Biomes are large-scale ecosystems around the world. Areas like Alberta can be broken down into smaller regions. Alberta boasts a great diversity of ecosystems ranging from prairie to dense coniferous forest, to high alpine glaciated areas, to deeply carved badlands. Alberta's ecosystems are classified into 6 natural regions: the boreal forest, Canadian Shield, Foothills, Grassland, Parkland, and Rocky Mountain. Each of these regions can be further classified into more specific ecoregions. For example, the Grassland region can be classified into dry mixed grass, and fescue grassland. The boreal forest natural region is the biggest natural region in Alberta, covering 58% of the province. Coniferous or aspen forests are abundant in the region, as are wetlands. Permafrost, permanently frozen areas, can be found scattered throughout the region. Historically, this ecosystem would have been influenced by periodic forest fires, which create a diversity of forest types and ages. Today, the combination of forestry and fire is shifting the boreal forest to a younger landscape. Forestry and oil and gas development are prevalent in the region, including oil sands development. The Canadian Shield occupies the small northeastern corner of Alberta, only 1% of Alberta's total area. This area contains numerous lakes and supports jack pine forests on the uplands and black spruce bogs in the lowlands. The ground is covered with lichens and moss. Alberta's portion of the Canadian Shield is remote, with little development. In other portions of the Canadian Shield, forestry and mining are the prevalent land uses. The Foothills region is a transition area between the Rocky Mountain region and other regions and is often referred to as the Eastern Slopes. It covers 10% of Alberta and is characterized by rolling topography. Mixed forests of lodgepole pine, white spruce, aspen, and balsam poplar can be found here. This region has seen an increase in urban area, rural residential acreages, oil and gas activity, forestry, recreation, mining, and agriculture in recent years. The Grasslands region is the warmest and driest of the regions, and in some areas has been carved out into badlands. This region covers 14% of Alberta. Grasslands are communities dominated by grasses, such as rough fescue, bluebunch fescue, and bearded wheatgrass. Wildlife such as the swift fox and prairie rattlesnake rely on native prairie for survival. Over half of Alberta's native prairie has been converted to cropland, cities, and towns. Less than 1/3 of Alberta's grassland natural region today remains as native prairie. Loss of prairie habitat threatens the wildlife that live there. Of the 11 wildlife species at risk of being lost from Alberta, 5 live in native prairie. The Parkland region is an ecozone or transition zone between grasslands and the Rocky Mountain or boreal forests, which covers 9% of Alberta. There is no distinct boundary between the grassland and forest, but a transition containing a mixture of both grasslands and clusters of aspen trees or closed aspen forest. Most of the region has been converted to cropland or urban areas, with only 5% of the region left in its natural state. It is also the most densely populated region in Alberta, making up most of the corridor between Edmonton, Red Deer, and Calgary. The Rocky Mountain region is the most rugged of regions and can be found along the western edge of Alberta. This region covers 6% of Alberta. Elevations in the area can range from 1,000 to 3,700 meters above sea level. Because of the range in both latitude and altitude, vegetation and climate can vary greatly throughout the region. The region contains open forests of subalpine fir, Engelmann spruce, white spruce, and grasslands. The more wildlife-rich areas are found at lower elevations. This region provides significant grizzly bear habitat. A large portion of this region is protected within national and provincial parks. Since Alberta's major rivers originate from glaciers and snowpack in the region, it is an extremely important source of water for Albertans. The region is used for recreational opportunities, as well as oil and gas, grazing, mining, and forestry. What region of Alberta do you live in? Use Alberta Tomorrow to see how land use has changed the area of natural ecosystems in your region in the past, and what effects land use may have in the future.